Hey, what's up everybody? I just got done doing a supernatural workout on the Oculus Quest, and I thought this is probably a good time to go ahead and do a review video on if I think that these supernatural workouts at $18.99 a month or 180 bucks a year, if it's worth it to have on the Oculus VR. I'm going to show you a walkthrough of what the actual the dashboard looks like. We're going to go into the game together, and then we're going to look at what the actual workouts look like and a few other details. So do me a favor, if you find this video to be helpful, please hit like on it, maybe even the subscribe button while you're here. I do these types of videos. I got a whole bunch of supernatural workout videos on here, plus other health and fitness videos. So please hit like and maybe even subscribe. I'm also going to put some links down below to a couple of things that I bought to help me do supernatural better. For example, this particular headpiece was not the default one that came with the Oculus, but it's to me, it's super important to have it for just a better fit when you're moving around a bunch. So I'll put some Amazon links down below as well. Check those out. So let's go ahead and get started. And so there's a lot of people asking this question right now. Well, actually a couple of questions. One, can you lose weight with supernatural? Is it actually a good workout? But ultimately the bigger question is it worth it at the price? So we'll talk about that a little bit. But first, let's just go ahead and put on the headset. Let me show you what supernatural looks like and give you sort of my thoughts and the layout. And then we'll talk about some more after that. Now, one of the things that Supernatural does really well is they create these worlds or these environments that, like this here, as you can see, and it may not come across as well being here on the app, but as I've got my headset on here and I'm looking around, I feel like I'm here. They do a really good job of creating these worlds, and there's several of these they do in the game while you're actually doing workouts, and sometimes it's just hard not to turn around and look. And I don't know if you can see it on the screen, you get these little floating things, very immersive type of experience here. And just as you can kind of look out and see everything, as I look down, the entire time you're in this game, you're on this circle. This is sort of like your area that you want to stay within whenever you're doing your workouts. And here is the overall dashboard. So we're going to look at a couple of things here. It's a very sort of similar style layout to the Netflix dashboard. You're scrolling left to right, up and down, etc. But let's start over here left to right. If you've got friends that use this, you can see here you send up to 5 guest passes a month. This is something new they've done. It's kind of neat. If you have friends on this app, which if you look at my leaderboard, I don't really do friends. But if you're a social person, you can invite people with their username, and it'll give them 30 free days. The normal free trial is 7 days, so they'll give them a full 30-day trial. And then if they sign up underneath your, as a part of your invite, you get 25 bucks towards the gear store. So they got different things at the gear store you can buy. So this is where I spend most of my time, is the new today. I've not ever seen less than 2 workouts, but sometimes I do see 3. Let's look at these very quickly. You can see a few things. One here, this is a boxing workout. You can see with the glove, this is a flow workout. So the flow means it's the bats, or maybe lightsabers if you want to think of it that way. M for medium workout, L for low. Sometimes it's an H for hard. You can see it gives you a little bit of this is called Mighty Musicals with the coach Juana, 17 minutes. You can see Pump You Up 90s with coach Mark, 22 minutes. And if you look over here, this is Mighty Musicals currently selected. If I go right, Mighty Musicals, it gives you the details over here and the songs for each one and how long each song is. If I were to select the second one here, the Pump You Up 90s, it gives you the list here, a little bit better description of what these are, but each song kind of listed out here. So it's kind of nice. You can pick based off of if you think you would like the song. Sometimes you'll see on here something called a meditate, which is just something you don't really do any action. You're just sitting in it. It's more of a calming kind of 10-minute thing. I think a lot of people skip those, but they are legit. I enjoy those a lot, just sitting in them and taking in the scenery, whatever it is they've picked for that. You can hear the little clicks, I think. I don't know if you can, but the clicks of the Oculus whenever I go between different options. So let's go to the main part of the dashboard here. Upper left-hand corner, that's my friend name and my points. Your points are accumulated by your workouts and how well you do. And then they end up sort of calculating on your leaderboard. So if you had a bunch of people over there, your points, to me, it's not that much of a whatever. I mean, I do look at it, but I don't really use it for anything. Up in the upper right-hand corner, these are what I currently have connected to the app. Or to the game. So right now I'm wearing my Apple Watch. They've got a really nice iPhone and Apple Watch app that tracks your calories that you're burning while you're doing your workouts, just like a normal tracker would. So I have this currently connected right now. They've got a new thing now called Coach Karaoke, which just came out in the last week. I haven't done it, but as far as like probably singing during my workouts, I'm not going to be too interested in probably that. I'll give it a shot at some point. But they've got, see, just different. See, these are trending workouts. So these aren't new necessarily. They're just the ones that people are doing the most. You can see it kind of scrolls left to right. You can pick based off of which ones you like. See, if you pick something over here, you can see that you can see the songs update here. So it's kind of nice to be able to see. And there's a lot of different types of menus. You know, you got your retrofit, supernatural, boxing. So you can do it by activity type. You can do it by intensity type. And if you want to get real funky, you can go down here to the bottom and actually, you know, kind of explore on a bigger scale. You can see there's 92 pages of things here. I don't really do too much with the programs. You know, there's different things you can choose from here, but I haven't really done anything with these. Collections. So think of collections as the team over at Supernatural takes certain types of songs and will group them into things that are going on at that particular time of year. You can see Black History Month, Women's History Month, Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Pride Month. So what it'll do is it just puts songs that they think would fit into those categories. My list is when you find a workout you really like, you can save it and come back to it later. And that's what we've done here. So if we go back to the main page, over here we went over this already. It kind of gives you, now one of the things maybe to mention here is it gives you all the details, but some of these workouts have a warm-up song with them.